Hey, all right. So I'm not feeling quite so tired and beat up as I was. So we're gonna do a little bit of warm up of this, and I guess I might play some Battlefield. I haven't really touched any Battlefield in a couple of days, and I am gonna try and stream every bit that I play. We can get a real good show of how this Aimlabs really works for people. And like I've said every other time, I know I'm not the best. I don't have perfect aim, but I'm gonna get there. And this time I don't have something going in the background. I should have waited to say that because, if I do really bad, I could have blamed it on that. Golly, yeah, it's really not going to be a good one. Whew. And this is why your first games usually suck. Yeah, it's going really bad. Phew. I mean, yeah, yeah. Mm. Why? Come on. Mm. So it's shaped up to be worse. Whew. Damn. Yeah, that was worse. So like there's this certain thing where when you train like this, you have to realize eventually you're going to be really frustrated because it's not going to seem like you're getting any better. You may even feel like you're getting worse. And that's pretty much how it is every single time someone really truly trains something. And during that period, I don't know if it's because of the frustration. I don't know if it's just the literal reps of you just still doing this. You're going to accidentally find out something, and it's going to make it to where all of a sudden you're just beaming everything, in this case, of course. So, when you get to that point where like, God, I'm just not getting any better. Like, you guys see me just stinking it up the last few days. I had said I was tired before, and, I may not be, real on my game right now, and this is the first bit that I've done, but sure. This is the kind of stuff that'll frustrate somebody and get them to stop. Don't. Just keep doing it. Go through that period where you feel like that you suck. It's that you're sitting there saying, "Whoa, why am I getting a freaking echo? That was really weird." And it's gone now. Maybe it's the Turtle Beaches. I go and get this set of Turtle Beaches, and it was like right afterwards I hear people talk about how Turtle Beaches are sucking now. But whatever, this thing's done pretty good for me. It's a 500 stealth or stealth 500. It's not bad. It's wireless, which is awesome, and it seems to keep up and let me do what I need to do. But all right, instead of continuing to yap on, let's go ahead and get even an even worse score. It's not the worst one. Yeah. Might have been a hair bit better than the first one, but it wasn't the worst one. It's terrible, though. Should have been a bit better. Yeah. Quite a bit better. Oh, okay, okay. I mean, see, you guys saw the last couple of streams. I haven't been doing very good. I think I did set a record the last time I had on it, but it wasn't by much. This one wasn't by much, but you just keep going and keep going, and you're going to get better, even if you don't think you are at certain points. You are. You're at least going through the time that you have to get it to where you can level up. And when you level up, it's because you realize something. It's because you start doing something a little bit different. You start realizing that there's a little bit more distance in between these thumb movements. It's getting a feel for it. It's things that need to happen. It's things that would be in just a few minutes that I've been doing these. That's easily 100 gunfights. It's easily the experience of 100 gunfights in tracking, not in, anticipating your target and such, flanking, movement and such. It's just tracking. But that's huge. That's something that is affected by the controller thing. There's a streamer, Enders. He hates controller players. Well, this is the thing. I challenge anybody who has not used a controller, or has slightly used it, or is willing to be honest. These micro corrections are so much harder when all you've got is your frickin' thumb. Enders was talking about in one of his streams that he's got this phenomenon going on in Battlefield 6. He'd never seen it before in a Battlefield, where people just suck. But he wants to see, there's a reason why people want to give stuff to the controller players, like aim assist. Okay? Not because, there's literally no reason for them to need it. It's because for decades, we've had first-person shooters on consoles that you could tell these people sucked. They had a hard time hitting anything. But if you make a PC version and you have PC players, they were doing all right. This is not a decision that came out of nowhere. This is so much more difficult. But if you can get it, because you can. I had it way back in the day, but I did it through literal gunfights and just getting my ass blasted. You don't have to anymore. You can be a casual player, because I lost a freaking marriage to my Call of Duty before. My God, I was on it so freaking much, but, I was working through the fact that I wasn't the breadwinner anymore. That my wife was doing it, and I was a stay-at-home dad. So I was on the game a lot. But I'm going to get back there with this, and this is something you can do. And all it is 10, 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes a day. Maybe make this your primary game for a little while, just because, it's not even like it's really not fun. There's so much to do in this thing. There's so many different things that you can do. I've chosen 5, but that doesn't mean that that's all there is, or that that's the best of them. Oh no, oh no. I'm just very focused. I mini max. I want to get my tracking, especially ADS, my tracking ADS to where it's just perfect. If I can get my tracking ADS and I can leverage the positioning that I'm really good at doing because I read the map well, I listen to audio cues. I'm really good about putting myself where I need to be. That's really the only reason why I can get what I do. But make it to where my ADS tracking is just cracked. And then once it's cracked, I'm just going to do like one of each of these one time through. And then I'm going to do everything from the hip. And then get it to where everything from the hip is cracked. Then, after that, I'm going to go into a bunch of matches where I am focused on being perfect on my, am I going to ADS kill this, or am I going to hip fire kill this? The execution after the fact is just going to be perfect. Okay, I'm going to hip fire it. Boop, 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 dead. Almost every shot hit. Dead. Cool. And of course, the ADS, it's just going to be perfect every single time because I'm doing this. This is what you need to do. And if you train something knowing what you're going to add on to that afterwards, you can mini-max this. You can realize that, all right, if I do these couple things, I may not be perfect in everything, but there's really nothing that can beat me because I have ways to mitigate everything that I can't deal with. I mean, yeah, okay, sniping. If I can break your line of sight, oh no, you're done. Even if I decide I want to chow you, you're probably done. But I'm still in that phase where I'm making a lot of mistakes, figuring out exactly what kind of situations I can routinely put myself in, especially in Battlefield, with it being such a much larger scenario. It's been quite a culture shock, but I've adapted to it well. I've acquiesced. I guess it wasn't really an acquiesce because I was completely fine with it. I hate Call of Duty. But alright, let's do this at least one more time. Just talking too much. Well, this is gonna be frustrating as shit. Yeah. So I could have theoretically set another record if I would have just been tracking right at the beginning, not garbage. So let's do this again. Thousand. Mm. And I was close to getting, but 3,000 would be my first 3,000 out of any of them. Mm. Really like to hit the 3,000. No way on this one. Yeah. Mm-mm. Yeah, no way. Nowhere near. I mean, I know I'm asking if I get 3,000, that's half of my opportunities are to hit. That means half of the times I could be hitting the target, I'm hitting it. So that's not bad. I don't know how this is the not ideal, the edge tracking. Um, that's creeping up. Sometimes I get a lot lower, but 35%, and that's saying that you're on the edge that's trailing the target. And I'm pretty sure that's so that you have a little bit more time to react when it goes that way while you're still on the target. Whereas if you're staying on that leading edge, it's going to make it to where it just leaves. The second it starts turning, it's off of your crosshair. Whereas if you take that trailing edge, it's going to be on your crosshair for a few seconds as it's going the other direction. So that might be good that that's going up, but I'd still really like to hit 3,000. It was garbage. That was really bad. Okay, that wasn't worse than my previous one. Ugh. That one could do it. Okay, no, it was up there though. That one could. No, damn, it was less than that one. Because this is the point where I am frustrated. It is hard, but I'm gonna keep doing it, and that will pay off for me. And you guys get to watch. Yeah, that ain't it. I'm gonna stop beating a horse here in a minute. All right, I'll end it right now. No, let's do one more. Good or bad? Mm. Okay, well, I say good or bad. So, whatever. All right, let's do spatial track. That was terrible. Yeah. Now, I am well aware that most of these are from the hip. Most of what these people are doing is from the hip. Like here's tartiflette. See, that's all from the hip. And I'll bet you the number one person is from the hip as well. And this is really awesome. You can watch these guys do that. Yep, from the hip. From the hip. So especially so when the ball gets really close to me, it's really, really hard. That's when I lose it. But I really do want to work on my ADS more than my from the hip, because ADS works at any range. So he's only halfway through. He's at 2,800 points. Of course, he got 5,000 out of 6,000. Like here, I'll do one from the hip. In fact, that might be where my high score came from, honestly. Because it is what they want you to be doing. That's what this one's for. At least in the meta. They don't make any of those big things. Now, I don't know if this is crossplay. I don't know if they're using a controller. Ugh. But yeah, I really had a bad one in that too. Maybe I'm just not really here for it today. But controller or not, that first place guy didn't start out that good. This is exactly how he got to it. It wasn't as bad. Yeah. Alright, that's a little bit better. And like I said, I don't feel like beating that horse. You're going to find times where you're just not improving like you feel like you should be. It will happen. like right now for me. I mean, wasn't bad, almost my high. And I'm just kind of wanting to get through this. Because like I did break my previous high score on Strafe Track twice. So, I mean, that's a thing. I mean, I didn't beat the high score and then beat the high score again. I beat the previous high score twice. So I got a higher score than my last night's high score twice. Nice. Nice. Only by 39 points, but we'll take it. Ooh, we're going to give that one more. Wow. terrible. Maybe this just isn't what I want to do. So I'm gonna go over to Battlefield and we'll see if I can do anything over there. Thanks a lot, guys. Oh, cool. I can use that to kind of. Huh. All right. I'll maybe see y'all here shortly.